Hi there, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Juan.
And we are
Down with the Dominguezes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm Cheyenne Dominguez and I'm here with
Juan Dominguez.
Great to have everybody back. So, a little announcement. So, I just looked at our podcast numbers this morning and shared with my other half that we have now gotten up to over 2,500
Woohoo!
downloads.
All right.
Awesome. We're really excited and just really appreciate all of our friends, family, listeners supporting us. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And so this episode is about a little bit of trouble you got in.
And that's different from any other week or any other episode.
Oh, my goodness. So you've once again gotten in trouble, though, with the music that you're apparently listening to in the car with our youngest.
Yes. And it's not the first time.
It is not the first time, probably, or the second time. Probably not the last time.
I think it has to do a little bit with I get into a song and I'm not really a lyrics guy. I'm kind of like I get into the groove and the beat and the and the vibe.
The chorus.
The chorus. Yeah. And so
the chorus and you're singing that without awareness of what the actual lyrics are.
What came before or what comes after. And the latest
happen again.
Yeah, the latest one was a pump you up song, and the chorus goes a little bit like, all I do is win, and you get your hands in the air. And so I had my hands in the air, and our youngest in the back seat has his hands in the air. We're getting all pumped up coming back from baseball practice.
But apparently he has decoded some of the lyrics.
He has, unfortunately for me.
And he came home singing those decoded lyrics.
Well, he ratted me out.
He ratted you out.
He because once he kind of told me what and it's kind of like club and dancing and can you say booty? Yeah, I mean like all those things, right? And
okay, so a little bit of insight. This is a song with Snoop Dogg, T-Pain, Ludacris, DJ Khaled. And he knows all of these artists now.
And I probably should have known with said artists that this wasn't like a G-rated.
It might not be G. It might not be Disney.
Yeah, it wasn't the Disney Channel. No. And so.
And I listened to a lot of Snoop Dogg back in the day, and that was definitely not G-rated.
Right, but I thought Snoop Dogg found God and all the songs were clean. Now apparently his lyrics were clean, but not the rest of the crew.
Maybe not. I don't know, but it's definitely a pump you up song. That
just not appropriate for 9 and under, I think. So yeah, I had to do some splaining, as Lucy and Ricky used to say, and you weren't happy about that. But
it reminded me of when he was really little. He must have been 3 or 4.
I think it was younger than that.
He was one day singing lyrics that went something like, "I'm gonna F you up. I'm gonna F you up. Don't believe me, just watch."
Yes.
And I nearly fell out of my chair. And I said, "Where did you hear that song?"
Daddy
plays it in the car all the time, Mom. Daddy loves that song. He plays it all the time in the car. And I said, "Really? How does it go again?" "I'm going to F you up. Don't believe me, just watch." And I thought, that's not possible.
And
Daddy plays it all the time.
I wasn't in the room when you had the conversation, so you came at me hard like Big Red Cat, which is what we call Cheyenne because she's got red hair. And when she comes at you hard, it's like a big red cat coming.
I get a little upset. They call me Big Red Cat.
So you were Big Red Cat and me.
I was.
And I was on my heels going backwards because I had no idea what you were talking about, what he was talking about, what song that could possibly be. And we didn't really find out. I mean, we kind of left
weeks later because he insisted that Daddy plays this song all the time in the car. I didn't know what it was, and you could not figure out what it was.
And I submitted by saying, "Okay, we won't play it anymore," even though I had no idea what he was talking about. I said, "Okay, we won't play that song anymore," right? So I kind of lied there, just to, white lie.
I think I figured it out. I was in the car with him one day.
No, we were in the car.
Oh,
and
were we all together?
We were all together, and the song starts, and
it was not "I'm gonna
F you up."
It was Uptown Funk.
I'm gonna
funk you up.
I'm gonna funk you up.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Yes.
So if you start singing that song, when a 3 or 4-year-old says the lyrics, they sound a little bit different. But you were exonerated.
As soon as the song started, he started singing the chorus, and I looked at you, and I was like, riddle solved. Riddle solved.
You were so relieved.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah. And then there was another time, but this one was on me. I got a little.
Well, so far that the last one was on you too. So actually, this one is on you also. But please continue.
Well,
I think
popular song "Old Town Road" that came out last year, maybe it was the year before.
Yes.
A couple years ago. Well, when I first heard the lyrics, we were all four of us were in the car, and I misheard the lyrics.
Yes, you did.
I thought they were going to take the horse and do something bad to the horse. And I was like, that's really bad. We have to be kind to animals. And I turned it off.
Well, first of all, I'm going to take you down to the Old Town Road. We're going to ride till you can't no more or something like that. Right. And
I thought they were taking the horse somewhere.
You thought they were taking the horse to a hotel, which is to hurt the horse, which is weird because, of course, when you're going to hurt a horse, you bring it to a hotel and that's where the atrocities happen. So that really wasn't what you were thinking. I think you heard hotel and I'm going to take you down and this and that. I think you thought it was like.
That is not true. I was very concerned about the horse
in
this song.
If you say so. All right. If you say so.
When I first heard it, I was like, oh, that's not nice. It would hurt a horse. We don't need to listen to this.
The three boys had to repel the big red cat in this episode.
I was very upset. Turn it off in the car.
And they're like, Mom.
They're all yelling at me like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. I'm like, that's terrible to mistreat animals.
Yes. Mistreat animals, hotels, and who you take to them. And it's all bad. But none of this, of course, is in the song. And so we had to break it down. I don't know what if we did it in slow motion or if we got it on a phone and hit it on rewind so that you heard it. But
I think the boys broke it down.
Yeah, thankfully, because I was in trouble for that one too. Because I was singing, that's a good song, right? I mean, everyone put it out, and
you never. Sometimes you can't hear the lyrics.
Yeah, who sang that one again? I think it was Lil Nas X, as opposed to Lil Nas X, because I say Nas, but Lil Nas.
I say Nas.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, but the horse is fine. There were no horses or animals injured, I believe, in the original, probably in the making of the song.
The original or in the remakes or anything else. The horses are fine.
Okay, so let's get to the big music question. We went out with some friends last weekend or something.
Yes.
And a very poignant question was asked.
Well, yes. My friend Carl, I think he said something like, so we were talking music and we were getting all into it. And, top three of all time, he was thinking, hey, Beatles, Stones, who? Good top three list.
Of the top three.
Which
three would you say is like the best of all time?
Right. How would you rank them? And I go, well, Carl, it's not a hard question. It's the Beatles are number one. And then you could pick two or three. It doesn't really matter. And he was like, really? Which, I started questioning. We had such a good time at dinner. Should I be out with this man? He doesn't think the Beatles are number one. But
he doesn't assume instantly that the Beatles are number one.
Correct. But great guy. And him and his wife, Lynn, we had a great time. So, but yeah, let's get to it, right?
I think we need to break this down.
I think we need
Beatles, Stones, or the Who.
So
we have covered Snoop, T-Pain, Ludacris, DJ Khaled, Lil Nas, Bruno Mars.
No offense. No offense to the younger generation, but let's talk real music here.
The older music.
Yes, right. And so
Beatles, Stones, the Who.
Let's start the Who. I don't know if you had a favorite Who song. I like Baba O'Reilly, which is "Teenage Wasteland." Boom, boom. Talking Teenage Wasteland.
Well,
did you like that one?
I some listeners are going to be really upset. The Who is not really my favorite. I think I might be a little too young.
Wow, that's a shot across the bow, but okay. All right. Thank you, youngin. All right. So the Who, plenty of great songs.
I'm going to get hate mail, I think.
Well, you're going to get something. So let's go to the Stones. And I think they resonate with you because.
Well, I love the Stones. And I saw them in concert. And they were, the best to describe them was effortless. I mean, Mick Jagger looked like he Could have just rolled out of bed and grabbed the microphone.
He might have.
He might have.
In
Yeah.
what year
And
approximately?
It wasn't a lot of fanfare. It was just they went out on stage and played, and it was just phenomenal. And I don't know. I have to do the math.
Okay. You got to do a lot of math because you must have went with
in the late 90s.
Late 90s. You must have either had saved some bank or were taken with someone with bank, because those are not. That's why I never went to Rolling Stones concert. It's so expensive.
Oh, so I don't even remember who I went with. I don't remember who I went with, but it's very possible someone could have taken me to a concert back in my young, footloose, fancy free days, my dear.
Well, you know what? Let's not go down that road anymore. Just because I probably don't want to know any more other than that. So the Stones, some of my favorites: Satisfaction, Wild Horses,
Wild Horses is a great song.
Yep. Do you have a favorite?
That's probably up there.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. Little trivia: Satisfaction, Day Tripper, and the Roy Orbison song. Gosh, I can't remember it now, but all three start with a similar guitar lick because the Stones, Beatles, and Roy Orbison were on tour once, and so they all kind of copied off each other in a artistic influenced and influenced, and they kind of all like what they did, and so I'll think of the Roy Orbison song. We'll put it in the notes, but yeah. So Beatles, I mean, I could go on and on.
That's your top band of all time.
Helter Skelter, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Here Comes the Sun. I mean, we can go on and on. So Carl, love you, but the Beatles are number one.
Here Comes the Sun. We played that at our wedding.
We did indeed. So
I love that song.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're listening, how would you rank those three bands?
Yes.
Or do you have a one that's not in those three?
Are we way off? Are we way off? Right. I know there's some Pink Floyd fans out there,
but like the best band of all time.
Right. The best band of all time.
I mean,
what's your top three?
I don't know. I think it's hard to top the Beatles. I mean, I love the Stones, but the Beatles, I think that's just something special there.
And
I might agree that might be the best band of all time.
For a lot of reasons.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
we might get a lot of hate mail.
And that's different from any other podcast. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, we'd love to know what you think. And
drop us a comment, drop us a note. Would you vote for one of these three, or do you have someone else you would put at the top of the list?
And maybe what's one of your music stories that got you in trouble for singing inappropriate lyrics with your kids?
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Did you know you can now upgrade to premium listenership to hear the podcast without any ads? We'll also give you a shout out on the show. Plus, you get access to bonus episodes. Simply tap the website link in our show description and get premium access in a few easy clicks.